Yo, what is up guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to try to make one track using only one soundbank. I'm going to try to make this kind of challenge just to show you that you don't need 10,000 soundbanks, 10,000 sample packs and 4,000 terabytes of sound just to make one track. To do this I'm going to be using the Ultimate EDM Serum Bank by Rocket Powered Sound, and I have to say that if you want this bank, down below in the description you have the link to get it, and I recommend you to get it right now because it has an 80% discount. Yeah, you heard right, 80% discount right now. So if you want it, don't miss this opportunity. And I don't want to wait more, so don't forget to leave a like to this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any tutorial, and let's start with this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is load here just a simple piano to start creating some melodies, some chords and all these things. And well, to make the chords, what I'm gonna do to make it really easy, I'm gonna go to my chords MIDI pack. If you didn't know, I have a chords MIDI pack with 30 chord progressions in major and minor keys that you just have to drag and drop, and if you want it, down below in the description you have the link to get it. So I'm gonna go with major keys and let's see what it can fit. Nah, don't really want this for this track. Maybe too happy. It's probably maybe too sad. Yeah, let's see C major. Yeah, I like this one, but I don't want this last chord, so I'm just gonna make it like this. And now to make the melody, what I'm gonna do is start with A, because A minor is the relative minor of C major. They have the same notes, so probably it's gonna give a nice emotion and so on the track. And well, let's start first with the rhythm. Okay, I like this rhythm. Now let's try to make a melody. Repeat. Okay, I like it, but I'm gonna clone it, so this way the 7/8 bar is gonna be a bit different. And probably what I'm gonna do is go up. I want it higher. Okay, I think it's good enough for this tutorial. And now what I'm gonna do, the first thing is try to get some leads. And this is the bank I'm gonna be using. As you can see, it has arps, basses, effects, keys. These are like stabs, leads, calimbas, plugs, synth. It has a lot of things, you know, basically everything you need. This is way too trappy. Well, this one maybe, but without distortion. And one octave lower. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for now. Maybe later I change it or I don't use it or whatever. Just now I'm gonna try to find some of the sounds. Okay, let's go to the synth. I like this one. So I think we have enough leads. Let's see them all together, how it sounds. I think it's good. I'm gonna work later on the mix then, so I'm just gonna try to find sounds for now. And for the chords, as you can see, there is not like a chord sound, but what you can do is try to get some of these leads and take out the portamento and the legato, and also use the synth. So well, first I'm gonna check the synth, how they sound with this. This one can sound good. So I guess with these two it's enough. Now let's try to find some of the basses, and I think the problem on this bank is that those basses are a bit too aggressive for the kind of track I want to make. But what you can do is take some of the leads and just use them in a lower octave, you know, because you need to know that you can use bass sounds as leads or leads as bass sounds, because they are just synth and you can put them octave higher or lower and they're gonna sound different, and they're gonna fit as a bass line or they're gonna fit as a lead. It doesn't fit this track. This can fit maybe one octave higher. Yeah, really good one. This can be good for the breakdown, I think, like with a lot of attack, you know, like a natural bass sound. I'm gonna go to the leads. Or maybe go to the synth. This can fit, but one octave lower. Yes. And this one I think it can fit too. And now we just need a sub bass, and as you can see, there's not like a sub bass sound, but what you can do is take one of those basses that has really good sub bass and just high cut it. This is pretty good, and I think it's the one I use for the bass line. So well, for now we have these leads, these chords, this bass line, and this sub bass. But of course, we need to layer these, we need to cue them, we need to apply reverb and all these things. So let's get to it. So as you can see, what I did is just EQ them a little bit and balance a bit the volumes. And now what I'm going to do is take out the reverb and the delay of demo, because they have different settings and I just want a unique reverb. This way it's going to sound way cleaner. And now what I'm going to do is in this bus, I'm going to EQ it, distort it and all these things, and also apply reverb. So what I did is basically some EQing, some distortion. I put the reverb from a project I had, so because I was lazy, and then I sent those two to one final bus where I EQ'd a bit more, and so for now I think it's good. I'm gonna do the same for the chorus, I'm gonna do the same for the bass line, and then I'm gonna high cut the sub bass.
2,000 years later.
So now the sounds are like this. These are the chords, the bass line, and the sub. And I put everything here so I can see how it sounds like the drop, and I had to render the chords because they were using a lot of CPU, and with the recording the camera on the screen, well, it just crashed it. So now it sounds like this. And if you want to know more about how to layer those chords, how to layer those bass lines, I have a full playlist where I show you how to layer all the sounds, you know, the leads, the chord, the bass line, some effects and all these things. So I recommend you to go and check it. There are more in-depth tutorials for those things. So what I'm going to try to do right now is create a drop, you know, put the sample, the kick and all these things into this. I'm just going to go to my sample pack. So first let's go for the kicks. This is progressive house and this is in C. So just put it like this. Now let's put some claps to cover some space. And of course some rights. We also need a fill. I'm gonna use this one. And well, of course we need to balance a bit those volumes because now the claps probably are way too loud. Also the rights. And maybe the kick is also too loud, so yeah. What I'm gonna do in this clap and the right is use the volume shaper, and what I'm gonna do is cut just the attack of it, you know, just the very first seconds of this sound. So this way we give a bit more space to the attack of the kick and also do it on the right. This way it sounds a bit cleaner and the kick cut through the mix a bit more. And well, now we need some effects. I'm gonna just use mine too. I like a lot this down lifter. This is gonna help to cover more space. And we need something here. Maybe what I'm gonna do is use a clap effect. Something like this. But I don't want to keep all the time and be so loud, so I'm gonna do something like this. And for this part would be nice some shakers. I'm just gonna use these ones. And some percussion, some toms. Just gonna put this one and pitch one semitone down. So well, the drop will be like finished for now. Of course, it needs some mixing, but what I'm gonna do now is create the build-up. And to create the build-up, first we need a kind of breakdown. So we need some kind of pads, pianos, and all these things. And to get these sounds, I'm gonna go to the keys section. I think this one is good, but I don't like this tremolo. And this attack. Yeah, more like this. And also what I want is a kind of arp. So what I'm going to do is take only the important notes. So these ones up here are not the main ones. And I'm going to just create an arpeggio, probably 1 octave higher, and Alt A. And like this, going down is good. I like this one. So right now the pads sound like this. The arp sound like this. And I also put here the sub bass. And of course we need some percussion, some ambient sound. So I'm gonna be using also my sample pack because I think it's awesome. You can get it below in the description. And for the build-up, to make it really simple and quick, I'm going to be using my build-up sample pack. Again, I have a build-up sample pack too. I have a lot of packs. Down below in the description, you have them all. And this just drag and drop and you have the build-up done. So I'm going to be tagging, for example, the A1 because it's going to fit. I think this one is good enough. Just maybe don't have this space. And of course, we need a bit more transition, so I'm just gonna use some crashes. I'm gonna put this one here, reverse it. And also, I'm gonna be using some uplifters. I'm gonna use this one here, so it helps too. And I'm gonna put this one here to help a bit more. But of course we need to reduce the volume here, also here. It's so comfortable to work with samples actually. And we need the leads to be filtering up, you know, in the build-up. And finally for the build-up I'm gonna put an endless smile. I'm also gonna put this here as like a hover, but I'm gonna put it 1 octave higher. And what I'm gonna do also is put it here, use a gross beat with this. And I think I'm gonna do the same on the bass line. So well, now it just needs a bit of mixing to make it sound a bit better, and we have the final result. So I just mixed a bit better the sounds and especially the volumes. I put these crashes here, this riser here, and also here. And also put this thing here in the middle of the drop, filtering also the leads to make it a bit different. And well, this is the end result of the track I did just using one soundbank to show you that you don't need 10,000 soundbanks to make one track. So well, guys, this is the end result. This is what I did, and as you can see, you don't need 10,000 soundbanks, 10,000 sample packs, 10,000 terabytes of sound just to make one track. So just try to know what you have and try to use that. As I said, you don't need to use always the bass sounds as bass. You can use them as leads if you put them octave higher. And also you can take the lead sounds and put them octave lower and you can have good bass lines. So guys, I hope you learned something with this tutorial and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, just please leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And also don't forget that down below in the description you have the link to get this bank. It's now at 80% discount. So if you want it, just go right now so you don't miss this opportunity. Thank you so much guys for watching and see you in the next video.